Hey guys, welcome to our new vlog segment. I'm very excited to announce this bride and to talk about what we'll be doing over the next year or so as we walk through this journey with her. So this is Alyssa.
Hello.
She is officially our bride next door. The inspiration behind this vlog and video series was really to get the perspective of a real bride and what it's like for her as she plans her wedding. Alyssa is a friend, so as she's begun to plan her wedding, she's had the benefit of reaching out to a planner and just bouncing ideas off me and hearing, what I thought, getting the insider track on what the different venues, what she should be looking for. So I was really excited. I still am excited to bring her in to get her perspective on planning and just different things that she's encountering and experiencing as she plans her wedding. So first, I'll kick it over. Alyssa, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hello. My name is Alyssa, and I just recently got engaged in October of this year, 2016. I actually saw a picture of him on Instagram and liked it, so reached out to a mutual friend, and 3.5 years later, we're engaged. And it's both thrilling and very scary, and I am blessed to have a wedding planner friend.
So Alyssa, we have to ask, what is your number one concern? What scares you most?
Price tags and my budget. Because when you're the first one to get married, you are living off what your parents are telling you when they got married 32 years ago, and a lot has changed. So it's very, very scary to get a price tag and to wonder, is this real? Is it because they can tell I don't know? And that's where it's been really helpful to have someone to ask questions like that too.
Budget is always a concern. It's something that every bride that walks through the door, regardless of the budget, we've worked with brides who've had an endless budget. They still want to make sure that they are not just being given this price tag because a vendor hears a word wedding. So it's really something that we hope in this blog that we can help break down the pricing myth and really explain why. You're seeing the prices that you're seeing and different ways to control your budget and to really have the wedding that you want and stay within your budget. Because I don't believe that if you're starting your wedding off in debt that you're doing a service to yourself or to your future love.
And I'd like to try.
No loans, no mortgages taken out.
No, I've got one mortgage. I don't need to.
For the wedding. So Alyssa, what was your favorite part of the proposal?
I have to say how private it was, because I'm a bit of not a crowd person, and one of my fears was that he was going to do it at like a restaurant and have them come out and sing, or like do it at Disney World or something, and then I didn't get to process my emotion. I would have to be like, oh my god, yes, I'm so happy, and I wouldn't get to be like, wait, what's happening right now? And I would say that that was my biggest fear, is that he was going to do it in a big to-do when I just wanted it very me and him.
I would definitely say for every bride is to really kind of self-check and figure out what it is that you want, and then really make that clear to your guy, just because the pressure, it's a lot of pressure with social media and just these really elaborate proposals. A lot of them do feel the pressure to make it this grand thing. So I think it's beautiful that you were honest about what you wanted and that he respected that. And that you got to have that kind of really natural reaction and really absorb it and have that private moment between you.
Yeah, it was important. You get to process and handle it and not like you're a spectacle, which was great.
You guys are on the right track. All right.
So when he proposed to me, he had taken me to Vermont for the weekend, and something you should know about me is I'm not really the emotional type, and he very much is. So we were in Vermont, and he was like, we had a beautiful porch, and he's like, let's go take a selfie. And I was like, sure. So we went and we took a selfie, and he's like, hold on, before we take the selfie. And he like pulled me close to him, and he's like, I just want you to know, I want to spend the rest of my life with you, and you're really great, and you're the best thing that ever happened to me. And I was looking at him like, let's take the selfie. Like, I want to get going. We're in Vermont. And he got down on one knee, and I was like, I panicked. I was like, this can't be real. And so many things went through my head. Like, my whole life I've been Alyssa Canelo. Who am I going to be now? And I'm going to turn into just Nick's wife. And I'm a little bit panicky, so I panicked a little bit.
It's normal.
But it's not like the movies all the time. You don't just say yes and scream and help in happiness. And I looked at him, and I panicked, and then he started to panic, and then I was like, no, of course, the answer's always been yes, but I just had to handle it in my own little way. And now we're here.
So, from a newly engaged bride's perspective, what is the first thing you did? And looking back, what is the first thing you wish you did?
So the first thing that I did, and this is the one thing I do kind of wish we had done differently, is the first thing that I did is I called everybody. Which means we didn't have any vacation in Vermont because I was on the phone the whole time. So that I do wish I had done differently. Take the time to enjoy it. It's not going to be any different in a couple hours or in a day. Take your time. You can call them the next day. And the next thing that we started to do is I talked to her, and we started looking at venues.
What was the scariest thing immediately after you got engaged? What was the thing that made you go, this is real, this is scary, and I need help?
The scariest thing, I think, is when I was calling people to tell them that I was engaged. People were honestly asking me what my date was. And I was like, let it breathe. It just happened 20 minutes ago. I don't know what my date is. And that's when it kicked in that I'm like, when you're just dating, there's nothing to worry about. You're just dating. When you're engaged, it's like there's a mountain of work ahead of you because you've got a wedding to plan. And when you're the first in both families, it's a steep mountain and a clueless mountain.
It is. And what we usually tell brides, what I've told Alyssa, is to just take it one piece at a time, and to really play it close, to really talk to your fiance, keep them involved in that process. They're usually the person who can kind of keep you humble, kind of keep you grounded, and make sure that you guys have the wedding that you want to have. Although I'm a planner, I will say that your planner will not be able to tell you what your vision is. She can only listen to you and help you get there. Mm-hmm. But that is something that we encourage our couples to really understand and to really think about, is who they are, what they want in their planning journey, and to make sure that it is organic and unique to them. So, like I said, I'm excited to have Alyssa along on this journey.
I'm very excited.
As the bride next door, there is no pressure with her. She has selected her venue, guys, but that is a secret. So as we kind of go over these next few months and this next year with her, we'll be sharing some different details, and she will be blogging and talking from the perspective of a bride who is planning her wedding and dealing with a lot of the challenges that you all do deal with a planner and without. So I'm excited. I hope that you all join us on this journey with Alyssa, and that you all gain some insight, some support, some clarity, that you make some new friends on this journey.
Yeah, please.
That you all realize that it is scary, but it really is a beautiful time. And then if you really stay focused on who you are and what you want, it can be a beautiful time.
And I thank God for Lord.